Trio, 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 trio.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the A Bruh You Seen This podcast. I am one of your hosts, Smoke, Grizzle, whatever you call me. It don't even matter. Just think of this podcast as like you're kicking it with your homeboys, laid back and just chopping it up. Yo, I am here with my co-host, King Dean. What's up, Dean?
What up? What it do? You already know what it is. It's your boy King Deem on the mic. Oh man, I'm feeling good, man. How you living? Grizzy Grizz.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Tired. Been doing a lot of traveling the last couple of days.
That's what's
Headed
up,
down,
bro.
slid to Orlando, picked up mom, slid to North Carolina, then slid to Orlando, then back home. But yeah, man. How about you? What's up?
Shit, man, I just been working, bro. Really, just been working. That's it, man. Trying to see what I can do to make some more bread, looking at some more opportunities. So that's it, man. Trying to elevate. You know, been spending time with the baby. Gotta love that. Got to love that. So
Got to see it
that's
through,
it,
my
man.
boy.
Guys, hey, that right there. That boy's hilarious, boy. That boy's a fool.
That's a funny boy.
It's a fool, boy. He be having me rolling. Fool. Yeah. Shout out to Philip Hudson, man.
Funny man. Yeah, man. Ain't a whole lot going on really. Just been chilling. Shoot. This is showing me we just getting closer and closer to the ultimate washed up point. I feel like we still like there, but I just feel like yeah.
Facts. So what do you think like what's gonna be the point where you like, all right, I'm out of there.
The ultimate washed up point. I would think when I pick up and just throw on some thong sandals and go to like a public store or some shit like that, yeah, I'm washed up. I don't care no more. Like I don't care.
Damn.
And you know what? As I said that, I've already done that. Bro.
I was
So
finna
just
say,
realized
damn, bro,
washed up.
I might be there, bro, because I actually bought thong sandals for that reason,
Bro,
like just to
listen,
throw
bro,
on,
them thongs are convenient, bro.
them hoes right by the door.
Yeah,
Like,
run it.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, look,
like,
bro.
Socks
And slides are so tedious, bro. It's so tedious. It's hot. Why am I wearing socks? Especially if you one of them black socks wearing people. Like I always wear black socks. I'm like, bro, why? Nah, I'm over that. I'm good. I found my lady, bro.
Either way, it look like you don't got socks on. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know. And some of us wear hats to hide what's under. Anyway,
Hey man, I think this might be the first episode I don't have a hat on.
yeah, it's true. You must have been watching the replays or something. My dog was skimming through the past episodes, like, ooh.
Oh man, no.
You know, a lot of times people don't watch their own stuff or listen to their own stuff.
For real. Hey, do you how many do you listen to it afterwards? Like,
not really. I kind of would like because you know when I'm editing, bro, I got to
You
hear the
hear it so
whole
much.
thing however many times. Yeah, so I'm like, bro. So sometimes I might like you know just hear a little bit of it, make sure audio stuff like that looks clean, see what the experience is kind of like, seeing it in that type of atmosphere, like at the delivery to the listener and the audience. But nah, like I know some people be like they don't like hearing themselves speak or whatever. I'm good. That don't bother me or nothing like that.
facts. I don't got, you know, after doing stand up and all that, I done got used to it. But I used to feel that way too. Just I feel I sound different than when I'm talking in normal.
Oh yeah.
You know, like talking to
Oh,
people.
yeah.
But yeah, that's old. But yeah, I don't like I when it first dropped, I listened to it just because like I feel like I'm a part of the, you know, I feel like I'm a part of the listening crew too. So like a lot of the times. I be like,
so you going like you don't even know what the fuck we about to talk about. He's like, oh, what this nigga talking about?
Facts. Cause, bro, but you can't, like, a lot of times, bro, like, I don't remember what we talked about. Or, like, I remember a little bit, but, like, I don't, even if I remember the topic, though, like, I don't remember it in detail until I hear it. I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot he said that. Like, that's some funny shit. Or, like, you know, like, damn. Or I'd be like, damn, bro, I probably should have, like, said this right here. You know, just stuff like that. But
Yeah.
But I only listen to it like when it first dropped. I listened to it, but like after that, nah. Like I don't. I be telling people. I try to put it, but it's just like once I listen to that once, cause we hear it so much on the back end and like
yeah. I had when we first kind of started, I would play it for Sheikah. Like if we just kind of doing stuff around the crib, I'll just have her running, and she'll catch some laughs and whatnot. But as I talk about that, bro,
you better than me. I be like, nah, you can't hear it till it drop.
Like, no, same thing. Yeah, nah.
Oh yeah, she come around
until it's completely until it's dropped. Yeah, nah. I'm running it from the phone. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get that listen. I'm gonna get that listen.
I need that play. I need that.
Oh man,
I need that play.
Yeah, man. Where we going? Hey, the listeners are steady climbing. So I thought that was cool. I was checking.
Nah, it's dope, man. We appreciate y'all for real.
Yes,
for
sir.
real, man.
I think one of the most surprising listens that I had was on my wife's side. Her cousin and his wife. He followed me on social media. I didn't even think nothing of it. And he kind of was like, hey, man, yeah, we was on a road trip. We listened to it. I was like, oh, for real? And I was just so happy to hear that they was listening to it. I ain't even take the time to be like, oh, what'd you think? I ain't even ask that, bro. I was just like, dang, for real? Yeah, that's just me and my boy just talking shit.
Bro, I ain't even think, bro, the same thing. Like, my pops hit me up the other day. He was talking about how he was listening to it on the road, and he was going somewhere and had him rolling. And then, bro, it'd be random, bro. People would hit me up. I'd be like, damn, bro, that's what's up, bro. Like, I ain't even, somebody I ain't speak to in a while. They'd be like, hey, man, I fuck with y'all shit, y'all. Funny.
Yeah.
Like, that shit love.
That's live, man. That's live.
It's love, man.
We appreciate that, for real. For everybody who's listening, we appreciate it, man. Stick with us. Hopefully, we keep the funny coming.
Facts,
it ain't hopefully. We definitely gonna keep the funny coming because we don't really got nothing else to do.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going, man. We're gonna elevate. Appreciate y'all though. What we got for him today, man? What we got for him?
I guess we could talk about probably the most commonly talked about thing today. The pandemic, COVID, all that other stuff. Things are starting to pick up, man, again. So much so, I'm kind of wondering, is there an opportunity, or is there a chance that we end up going into another lockdown? I don't know if you saw, first off, before I even go deep into it. All right, so with this whole pandemic thing, bro, like, it's so crazy to me that they made, like, a virus that's actually killing people into a political device, right? Because, like, so much so, like, you got certain governors and whoever else in office will say take it or don't take vaccines or wear masks, don't wear masks. And at the same time, it's just like, when it comes to politics, the way that they operate, bro, if you've never noticed it, and I really picked up on it, like, in the last 4 years, is that at least on the Republican side, they're very much like the party is the party, right? That this is the party line. And we gonna stay on this party line. They good with sticking with each other. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can imagine if whoever's steering the ship is steering you in the wrong direction, all y'all dumbass.
We in.
Out of it. Yeah. So like, they like, even in Florida, DeSantis, Texas, Abbott, like those two governors, bro, they talking about no masks, don't wear masks. They talking about don't have masks in school, like don't enforce masks in school. If you do it, we're going to take your funding, so on and so forth. And funny enough, this past week or so, Hillsborough County, basically Tampa in Florida, 5,600 students and about 60 teachers or something like that, all got to go into quarantine for testing positive.
Yeah, I saw
School
that.
just started like 5 days ago.
They said 4 days in the school. That don't happen. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bruh.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's like, and it's like, it don't. I guess it don't even really matter like what side you on, but like just kind of take a step back and look at what's really like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's creating a divide, bro. Like, it's creating a divide. Like I was talking to one of my homegirls the other day, and she was telling me how like people are losing friends. They like, you know, like people getting blocked and stuff for this situation, and it's like, I think like, dang, but that's crazy how much this is affecting people. Like,
it's tough, bro. It's tough because like at the same time, bro, something like this, right? You can imagine the person who probably knows someone personally who's died, right? Because I feel like we're at this point now where either you know someone directly who's passed away from this, you definitely know somebody who's had it. You definitely know somebody who's had it. But either you know someone directly who's passed away, or you know someone who knows someone directly who's passed away from it, right? So like at this point, it's like there's so much death around the whole thing itself, right? So like a lot of emotions, a lot of sensitive takes out there. So it's like, yeah, people getting upset because you got some people like, fuck a mask, this and that. I know I had a homeboy, bro, who he was just like moving real reckless, dog, and I'm just like, bro. And this is like last year, like, well, no, not even last year, no, not true. Earlier this year, and like, you know, he was just like still partying. I'm like, bro, I'm over here like, bro, are you seeing your parents or anything like that? He was like, nah. See, he understood at least he had some type of self-awareness to be like, you know what, I'm wilding. I ain't finna go by my peoples like that. I'm gonna stay here. But I will say he actually did get the vaccine. He got the vaccine, like, I forgot how quickly, but he got it way quicker than I thought he would. So probably so he could keep. Yeah. In which, hey, that's fine with me. Shoot, go get it. You got some people, bro. Like even now, we just had a conversation in one of my in my fantasy group. We be talking about all kind of shit. Shout out Boss League.
Fantasy football is coming up. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Fantasy is coming. So yeah, we be talking about all kind of shit, bro, all across the board. And you know, the vaccine comes up from time to time. Like in that group, bro, you got Black Americans, you got a couple Jamaicans, you got a couple Nigerians, you got, I want to say, a couple Haitians. So it's like kind of all over the spectrum. You feel me? So it's like different takes and whatnot as far as culturally on how people view certain things. And some people in there is like, definitely a little apprehensive about getting the vaccine, right? And I get it. Shoot. I fully get it. I'm vaccinated, but like, I think if I was younger, ain't have a baby, ain't have a lady, I think I wouldn't say I wouldn't get it. I would be more lazy about getting it. You feel me? Because that's like, I'm just worried about me.
Facts.
But nah, at this time, it's a lot of things I feel like, it's a very tense time. A tense time for everything. Sometimes you don't even want to tell people what's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm not doing this.
It gets I think that's annoying, but you know, it's human nature. But it's like, yeah, like people look at you like, you know, like that's something like that you don't want to talk about. It's kind of like, it's almost like religion. Like you don't even want to, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't want to get into that, because you get what I'm saying? Because that would literally like I was saying before, it's causing divides. It'll literally start a whole that can start a whole argument, in which you know what I'm saying, which it really don't have to. I mean, even if it starts a conversation, you know what I'm saying, but no, that it never stays as a conversation.
Right.
So,
nah, I feel you. Nah, I think, yeah. See, I don't really mind talking about it. The only reason why I'm like I said, like, you don't even feel like saying like, oh, I'm this or that. It's just like, we done talked about this so much. I don't even feel like, I don't feel like having the same conversation again, right? But yeah, nah, it is interesting. Okay, let me ask this. When it comes to the vaccine, the mask stuff, like, okay, so did you ever have a problem with wearing a mask or anything like that? Like,
I mean,
as
I
far
had
as comfort or whether you agree with wearing a mask or...
Yeah, I mean, I had a problem, but it was like, I'm not finna, you know, I mean, I wore the mask out of respect for other people, you know what I'm saying? Just because I felt like it wasn't necessary, they don't do nothing, all this stuff. I mean, I still wore that out of respect for people, you know what I'm saying? Just because people feel safe, you know what I'm saying? It's already, being a black man, it's already like, people don't already feel safe around you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being real. Like, especially me having, I don't know what it is. Like, I guess when you have a beard, like whatever. Anyways, people don't feel safe around you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you look like you about to put a Jimmy in somebody's car window and pick something.
How
you got a Jimmy in your back pocket.
Got the credit card. Anyways, but yeah. So I mean, I just did it out of respect for other people. You know what I'm saying? But
y'all seen Demi Neutron, man? Hey, man,
here we
he
go.
stay breaking in cars out here, man.
Here we go.
I swear I seen him the other night, man. He was over there down the corner, man. He was by that Lexus down there.
I did something wrong, but I'm over here, right? Said I know how to. And I know how to. Anyways.
Yeah.
Was there like a preceding question? Was that like a leading or that was...
Nah, I was gonna say, yeah, just getting your take on it, because like I'm everybody got their take on, like, so what I was ultimately going to get to was, how do you feel about people who are just like, today, as of today, they like fuck a mask and fuck a vaccine. I'm out here. I don't care. Like, how do you feel about that type of take, that person with that take?
So I mean, to be honest, if people are getting this vaccine, then if you get the vaccine, you're feeling like it's gonna protect you. I feel so. What someone else does, if you're keeping yourself safe, then I don't feel like what anybody else does should bother you, if that makes sense. So, so for those people, I mean, so anybody like that, I mean, that's their decision. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know why they're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what capacity or what reasoning that they have. So, really, it's like, I mean, who am I to really tell you what to do? And then at the end of the day, like, we have all these laws and stuff. I know nobody really follows them or whatnot, but like I don't really feel like you could take their right away to get a vaccine or not. Like, you don't have to get a flu shot,
Yeah. No, you're right. I think I'm right there with you. Like, I think at this time, bro, like, we keep like the narrative, society's narrative right now is like, still trying to tell everybody, go get a vaccine, right? Other than me really talking to, like, maybe my homies, people I know personally, I'm like, hey, man, go get your shit, dog. Like, other than that, I don't care, right? And at this point, like, the hospitals are already being, like, overloaded with people with the virus, the Delta variant, and all the ones who are facing these severe symptoms, all of them, not all of them, I'll say 99%, whatever, like they don't have a vaccine. They don't got the vaccine, right? And it's kind of it's wild because at the same time, usually if those people who didn't want to get the vaccine, they're also the types to be like, oh, I'm not gonna wear a mask, right? I who am vaccinated, like I could be out here raw dog in the air. You feel me? It ain't no problem, right? I'm protected more so than that person. So it's like you would think, oh, I don't got the vaccine. Let me go ahead and wear this mask, or but they're just like, F it. To me, that's your choice, right? And I'll also add in, and maybe this is way too insensitive, but if you die, you die. It's like that's it, bro.
I think I don't know if we talked about this a time before, but like that's fact, bro. Like, I mean, if you die, like for me, I feel like if it's my time, it's my time. Like, no matter the circumstances, like, bro, if I'm supposed to be here, I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean? So like to that point, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Do what you do, and like if you die because of COVID, then you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, it was your time because maybe you was done. You know what I'm saying? But like honestly, bro, because like if somebody like I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people who are like that and they are absolutely fine. And it's like what
like people who don't wear masks or who don't get vaccinated.
Yeah, and it's like what do you tell that person? You know what I'm saying? It's like I get they can see all this around them, but they don't have that experience. So you know, what do you tell that person?
Yeah, everybody, it's proceed at your own risk, basically, right? I guess the best, like with this whole thing, the one thing I thought to compare it to was like years back. I remember when I was living in Florida and they enforced that seatbelt law to where like, usually beforehand, it's like you don't, drive your car, right? This is before
click it or ticket.
The whips got click it or ticket, right? It was before the whips really got that beeping to keep telling you to put your seatbelt on. You didn't really have that so common in cars at the time. And and annoying you, right? And I remember I was so hot, bro. I felt like I was like 15 when that came like 15 or 16. I had just started driving. And I remember I was so annoyed by that, bro, because I'm like, yo, if I want to like it's my life, right? In the sense of saying like, yo, if I get into an accident and I kill myself, that was on my own responsibility. Now, I get the whole idea of society and the government saying, hey, we want to protect you. So this is why we put this in place. And I think there's always limits on that. That's why it's like, you can't force vaccines, right? You can force, I guess, the click it and ticket shit because I guess they mandate the roads. The roads belong to them, like the government, basically. They maintain our roads. So I guess they can do that. I don't know. But
that's a good question.
Yeah. But end of the day, man, if you out here raw dog in the air and you ain't took your birth control pill, man, hey, by all means, die. like that's that, you might come out just fine. That's fine. But if you're gonna move like that, know the risk, man. Like I'm over the whole idea of like I'm not feeling sorry for nobody, bro. The only people who I will feel something for are those people who have like an immune system compromise, like immunocompromised situation where like, they can't get the vaccine. They would like to get the vaccine, but they can't. But other than that, bro, all these other folks who out here, like they going to the festivals, they probably got asthma and they don't got no vaccine. They ain't wearing no mask, man, kick rocks. Cry me a river, bro. I'm not, be easy. It is what it is. Like I'll say this, like you said earlier, bro, if it's your time, it's your time. In certain instances, bro, I agree with you on that. This one I don't. Because it's just like,
but okay, so
let me ask this. It's like you walking up to the door
to play devil's advocate. What do you say about the people? What do you say about the people who have been getting the vaccine and they've died because of getting the vaccine?
Who's died from getting the vaccine?
There's plenty of people. Look, I mean, you could look it up. Plenty of people.
I gotta look that up because I have not heard of someone dying from.
Nisi a nurse. So I mean, plenty of people. Yeah.
I got. So
and then I mean,
what is
so
what is plenty of people? Let's talk percentages.
So
let's
I
talk
don't see. I don't have the numbers. I can't.
Doo-doo. Hey, what's up, guys? I was here editing this episode middle of the night. It's like 4 a.m. And as we were getting to this section, it just hit me that I did not want to be a source of spreading misinformation. Neither does, I'm sure, King Dean. So I just wanted to make sure that we did our due diligence to go out here and cite some reliable resources on this information, specifically how many people have died from getting the vaccine and such. Right? We don't want to at all misrepresent that. So what I'm going to do real quick is just read these sections really quick and give the citing and sourcing in the description for you guys. According to the CDC.gov, and I quote, reports of death after COVID-19 vaccinations are rare. More than 357 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines were administered in the United States from December 14, 2020 through August 16, 2021. During this time, VAERS received 6,789 reports of death. That is 0.0019% among people who received a COVID-19 vaccine. FDA requires healthcare providers to report any deaths after COVID-19 vaccination to VAERS, even if it's unclear whether the vaccine was the cause. Reports of adverse events to VAERS following vaccination, including deaths, do not necessarily mean that a vaccine caused a health problem. So, like I said, so you should see this posted down. So that's one thing we wanted to have there. So that's from the CDC.gov, right? And the other thing I want to read here is from COVID-101.org, which is a website that has, and I'll just read quote for quote what they say from their website. Our voluntary consortium of public health experts, medical doctors, and experts in training rapidly review the scientific literature and tell you what you need to know. Each post is reviewed for accuracy by our doctors. Our contributors do not accept any payment for their work. We do not make any money from this website. So again, that's COVID-101.org. So I'm going to read this right here for you guys. How many people have died after getting a vaccine? Between December 2020 and July 19, 2021, VAERS received 6,207 reports of death. And as you can see, this is a slightly different date than what I just cited, but at that time it was 0.0018% of doses among people who got a vaccine. But this does not mean the vaccine caused these deaths. Doctors and safety monitors carefully review the details of each case to see if it might be linked to the vaccine. There are 3 deaths that appear to be linked to blood clots that occurred after people got the J&J vaccine. Since we now know how to correctly treat people who develop these blood clots, future deaths related to this very rare side effect can be prevented. Yeah, guys. So, and we'll have these links down so you guys can check it out. Obviously, if you're audio only person consuming this, you can't see it, but hey, check the description for the episode. You should see the links in there. Again, here at the Hey Bro You Seen This podcast, we do not want to be a source for misinformation, right? We want to make sure that, we joke around and do all these things, but we want to make sure we're putting out accurate statements, especially with something so important as people dying every day from a virus, right? So back to your regular scheduled program, guys. Thank you for listening and tuning in. Right.
I can't give you those. I don't have the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I was gonna say is I don't have the facts on. I don't have the
on hand to really just take a full stance on something.
You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Another thing I saw was the whole Delta variant thing is coming from people with the vaccine.
Oh yeah. See. This is the thing that I feel like a lot of people who are just going about their days and don't really care about what's going on, and they're just like, oh, you got a vaccine, so the virus is nothing, right? And then they're hearing about people with vaccine having something to do with the Delta. It's like, and maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but I'm just gonna say it for people who may not understand this, who's listening, right? Just because you get the vaccine, it does not mean that your body cannot carry or be infected by the virus. The only thing the vaccine is doing is that if you catch it, your symptoms are going to be minimal, right? The likelihood of you going to the hospital for like severe reactions to catching the Delta variant or whatever variant it is, at this time, as far as what we know about what viruses are out there, extremely low, right? Like I talked to Bill, who is in Atlanta, doctor in Atlanta, and all their hospitals are pretty much he out there with y'all. All the hospitals are pretty much getting wrecked, and he was telling me basically his number was like 90% of the people who are in there with the severe symptoms are not vaccinated, right? And it's like we just mentioned earlier, the people who aren't getting vaccines, chances are they're also saying like, all right, I'm a raw dog this air without a mask too, and you don't have the vaccine. Meanwhile, the message to people who are vaccinated has been, you don't got to wear a mask no more. So now it's become a situation
Then they say they do have to wear masks though?
Like they just started picking it back up because the other side who aren't getting vaccinated, that number is too high. It's like it's too high because at this point we are the ones like people who are vaccinated who are like at this point now we're like they're kind of saying everybody wear masks, right? That's each state is kind of mandating it or not mandating it. Businesses are at times saying, hey, wear it or not wear it. But you can tell like we're in a situation now. It's the fact we're like, all right, I'm vaccinated. I don't want to wear a mask. I'm not saying that's what I feel like, but a lot of people feel that way. I got my vaccine. I don't want to wear no mask. If I went out here to get this vaccine and take the risk of getting a vaccine that was quickly made or whatever and take those risks, I shouldn't have to wear a mask, right? The people who aren't vaccinated are the ones who should wear masks, but they're not. So like I could be carrying something that's not affecting me, but then it will affect you and possibly kill you. Right. The same thing like when you think about babies, when we have to get the Tdap or whatever that shot is to protect them, like we can carry something that will not affect us, but it actually can fuck them up because their immune system's not strong enough to handle it. Right.
Sure.
So it's the same concept, bro. That's why it's like I don't really have the sympathy for people on that end because it's just like the more and more people who get vaccinated, the more and more it gets risky for those people who aren't vaccinated because society starts moving towards that direction of saying like, all right, well, the majority is like we're getting close to the majority of having the vaccine, so we're going to stop thinking about it. Like we can start moving forward. But those people who kind of become stragglers, it gets real dangerous, I think, for those individuals. And who knows? Like we talking about the Delta. Like I've already heard them talking about a Lambda, right? So this is becoming a thing where it seems like more these things it can get worse, right? They're talking about possible booster shots, not necessarily for everyone, for people who got like who are immunocompromised, they may have to take a booster, whatever. Look, at this point, dog, like I said, like you mentioned earlier. You said it could be your time. Like I said, I'm not on the same platform with you on that one because I'm just like you have a chance to. That's like the person who say like, you know what, yo, I be messing with all these women, bro. I don't never rock no rubbers. If I get one pregnant, I was just meant to get one pregnant. No, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Because then why you pull out then? Why you pull out then if he was like if he was just like, oh, if I was
just because you pull out don't mean that's not 100%.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work 100% of the time.
Right, but I'm saying if you riding in that race with the same mindset saying like, yo, if it's my time, then go ahead and bust that nut. Right? Because that's what you're just saying like, all right, well, if she get pregnant, it was just meant she was supposed to get pregnant.
But that's the thing, bro. I mean, I feel like you saying what I'm saying though, because at the end of the day, like you gonna do whatever you doing with your life, right? You willing to deal with them consequences. Am I right or wrong?
Everybody. Yeah, no, everybody should
So
be.
that's all I'm saying.
No,
So-
I agree with that. I'm just saying that it's not as though like at least how I took it, how you said it earlier was like, all right, like you're walking blindfolded, and then it's just like you bump into something. Nah, it's like you're walking and seeing what you're doing. You're knowing your actions. You know that your actions, the likelihood of your actions, could lead to this possibility. It's not a guarantee, but in comparison to the person who's like, okay, I am going to mitigate that risk, basically. Like, it's two different things. That's why it's like, I don't want to say for this one, I don't want to say too much of like, well, at least for me, that's
that's the thing. I mean, it just comes down to how much you feel like you're really mitigating that risk.
Right. Yeah. It's you're right.
Because
you're right. If you're not gonna get the vaccine and you're not gonna wear a mask, you're not mitigating risk. Like, you're not really doing anything to me, right? And you're going out in public. Maybe you're staying home so you don't got to wear a mask, right? But who's doing that? If you don't have the vaccine and you are wearing a mask, you're saying like, okay, well, I ain't rocking with that experimental vaccine or whatever, but I am gonna at least try to wear a mask. And it's kind of, and I don't even want to pivot too much off the topic.
The right mask, but continue.
Yeah, the right mask. But I was gonna even say is that we've kind of like, this whole thing has been like, our understanding. It's like we forget how certain things work and why we're doing it. It's like, even with the mask part, my wearing of a mask isn't necessarily just like, it's not predominantly like, oh, I'm protecting me. I'm protecting everybody else. That is the filter of the mask, because they'll say like, if you're in a room, you're the only person wearing a mask and everybody else is not wearing masks, you'll catch whatever it is. It's like they won't catch what you're putting out. So what's like, I'm just, at the end of the day, if you're wearing a mask, all you're really doing is protecting the people around you. But you have no control of what the other people are doing.
You're not mitigating risk by wearing the mask. You only mitigating risk for other people.
Right. That's like, as I was saying it just now, I was just like, shoot, even wearing a mask is just, you're just saying like, yo, I'm gonna try to protect the people around me. But like, what about the people who are around you? Right. So it's, look, man, it's tough. It's tough, dog. Like, anybody who don't get the vaccine, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. That's your choice, and I believe you should have that choice. But I also like, it ain't gonna be no like, damn, like it ain't gonna be a pity party. That's it. You feel me? Like, we just like, if you was driving drunk, you know you was driving drunk. Like, there are things that we do, bro, that we know we put ourselves at risk, and we gotta, I feel like, be more cognizant of that, bro. And like, stop trying to baby everybody about this shit. Like, if y'all want to get that vaccine, don't get it, bro. Let's open this shit wide open, right? Because if y'all ain't got that shit now, y'all ain't getting that shit. Like, that's what I said. I'm sure you still gonna have some people struggle, because I think I even had somebody who kind of close to me, who had someone close to them pass away, and I kind of saw that seems to be what's the word I want to use? It is affecting them to the point where they probably will say like, you know what, let me go get this, right? You feel me? So yeah, I think you'll see as we if we bust this thing wide open, bro, because I think that's just what it's going to end up being. We bust this thing wide open. Everybody who said they didn't want to get it, they didn't get it, and then people start dying, and then people who happen to last the longest, they're gonna be like, oh, you know what, shoot, let me go get this shit, because it's looking kind of scary out here. So
you saying it's gonna be Hunger Games?
Yeah, basically, right up. like I was talking to my barber, bro, and my barber was telling me
the vaccine gonna have to flop down.
Vaccine comes down like, please. But I was talking to my barber, bro, and he was telling me like, it's like so much shit we didn't know, right? And he was telling me like one of his close friends, she's a nurse, right? And here in Memphis, he was telling me how at their hospital, like, you remember if you see in the news in New York, they are having like the trailers, and they were just packing up the bodies in the trailers and shit like that.
Nah,
Like because they didn't have the space to put the bodies. Oh, you
I
ain't
ain't
see
gonna
that?
lie. I ain't gonna lie. I don't watch the news, bro.
You ain't paying attention. No,
I don't watch the
nah,
news.
bro. I gotta. When Trump was
I
the officer, I had to be informed. Just in
Man,
case, in case he made slavery legal again, bro. I needed to know that slavery became legal.
I mean,
again, so that I need to be prepared.
I feel like anything I would have needed to know. Like I would have found out. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just feel like it's just straight bad. They just telling me a bunch of bad shit. Like,
no, that's true. The news is terrible.
You know, like,
but the news is terrible. But if you didn't know, New York, back last year when this shit was going crazy and it was going crazy over there, like it got to that point where like they didn't have no place to put the bodies, bro, that were dying because that's how many people were dying. Bro, they got these 18-wheeler trailers and they were just loading the bodies up on that. Like
that's crazy.
Like the cool trailers and loading them, right? So I always thought that was only happening there because New York was, everywhere was kind of wilding, but New York seemed to be the extreme. Bruh, my barber was telling me like this nurse that he knows, he's like, nah, we were doing that too. But it was just kept on the low. Right? So it's like, and out here, it wasn't even crazy like that as far as, the death rate. So to hear that happening here, it's like, yo, I can only imagine. Like everywhere, like it's some shit going on everywhere, bro. Like it's like, I don't believe the number of people who died is the exact number. I believe that number is a lot higher personally. I don't know, man. It's crazy. But hey, ride dog that air if y'all want to. Ride out. You know what's crazy too? What could possibly happen? As like I told you, as society starts moving towards like, okay, well, the majority of people have the vaccine, so let's bust this thing wide open. What happens if like health insurance providers say like, hey, we're not going to cover you for COVID related medical visits if you didn't get the vaccine?
That's naturally gonna cause more people to probably get it because of that. I mean, that's the thing, and that's one of the things that it makes people more hesitant about. I feel is when you see if you start to see the government kind of make it to where like you almost can't get around without getting it.
Yeah. That's what it's gonna. That's where we're going, bro. Like even jobs now are saying like, hey, we're trying to get people back in the office. Yo, you either get it or let me hand you this pink slip, right? Like we'll give you 2 weeks or whatever. And I know people personally who are in that situation right now. Like so, and they like, from what I understand, they're gonna get it. So even to travel. You trying to go out the country, go somewhere? Shit,
yeah.
where?
I saw that.
Even Hawaii, bro. I heard Hawaii, which I guess is a part of the United States. They were real strict. Like again, talking about my barber. It's always a barber who got the good stories, right? Good experiences. But him and his people
they ask you a question. Then hold on, let me get your lip real quick. Like, hey, you gonna let me talk?
Right. Like how I'm supposed to talk? You lining me up, bro. If I move or talk too fast, I'm out of here. But he went to Hawaii with his family, bro, and he was telling me, they not playing, bro. If you come down, he was saying like they were so strict to the point where like if you took the soft test, like that little weak ass test to get tested, and those are the results you're given, they're not letting you in. They sending you right back. So he was like, his friend actually went down to Hawaii. They had took like the play test, I guess, not the one that go all the way up the nose. Took the play test, and they saw that, and it was like, well, nah. So he had to fly all the way back to Cali, get tested again, wait for the test results to come, to then fly back to Hawaii, to then proceed with his vacation.
Sheesh.
Ended up spending like an extra, I think my barber said like $3,000 on the flights alone. And I remember thinking to myself like, shit, I might have just said fuck the vacation. But like,
I definitely
once you spend that much money, but who knows how much money the person spent on the overall vacation already? You feel me? So it sounded like he just had to eat that.
I would have been making some calls, but yeah, man, I need some type of refund.
Right. Yeah, man. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna beat nobody's head over this shit. Get vaccinated if you want to, people. Die if you want to. Mask it up if you want to. Like, hey, The choice is yours. We need to do this the hard way. Oh no, we can do this the easy way,
or the
we can do this the
hard
hard way. The choice is yours.
But yeah, what's next, man? You say Apple scanning phones, the photos now?
Yeah, man. So I don't know if y'all seen this. This came out like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. That Apple is now scanning. Well, I don't know if they've started it, but they're planning to start scanning all photos uploaded to the iCloud, searching for child pornography. Right? You guys can look it up. The articles might have been like a week and a half ago. We didn't get to talk about it on the last show, but yeah. So scanning your photos that are uploaded to iCloud to check for child pornography, right? For face value.
Oh,
yeah, hell yeah! Get that child porn shit. Get these weirdo predators out of here. You
who's
feel me?
scanning the pics though?
It might just be an AI system. Now, to do that many pictures, it has to be an AI system looking for specific things.
What is it looking for? Is it looking for bare ass? Because it's gonna see a lot of bare ass.
It's a good question. Like I would assume, right? Like you're going in the right direction because it's like how do a naked picture is a naked picture, right? But how is it telling
it's a child
young versus old, right? So then I would assume, let's say that it doesn't have the capability to say this is a young child naked versus an adult naked. So then it's gonna blanket all the naked pictures in general, and then a human has to come in and go through all the naked pictures to say, oh, child, not child, right? Maybe we're obviously we're assuming here. We don't have enough information to really know, but
yeah, they're gonna need some heavy technology here. That's all I'm saying. Like that's a algorithm for your ass.
Yeah, and we already see the algorithms tend to they're always flawed. Like if you let a system, that's the one thing about human-based decision making. There's all like even those self-driving cars, right? Yeah, it can drive you, but when it comes time to make that split-second decision on life or death, the chances are it may have been an easy decision for a human to make, but the machine just is not going to make the decision because the programming just couldn't tell it to, right? So we talking about these pictures. Yeah, like who's to say, even with scanning all these pictures, bro, like, yeah, it's looking for naked pictures, children naked, whatever, right? What about anything else you take pictures of? What about...
What if it's a child and like, you got a little child in a bathing suit or something with their people?
Your child, you're bathing your child. Like you're taking a picture of bathing your little child, right?
Oh, man.
You got stuff like that. But even on top of that, bro, what about... And it's usually dum-dums who are usually doing this, but what if you got some illegal contraband that you're taking pictures of? Right?
Maybe you got some illegal contraband. And your baby in the corner right there? Little baby foot.
But that's the thing. Like the fact is that they're scanning all your pictures, right?
Yeah.
Apple has been the pillar of security and privacy, right? So it's just like at some point, bro, it's just one of those like, this seemed like this could go bad fast,
very quickly. Yeah, so, that's crazy. Yeah, that makes me think about. Have you seen Startup on Netflix?
Startup. Nah.
It's a show. It's a show about a startup tech company. Just a quick synopsis. So the first episode, pretty much the company gets started by like drug money, basically.
Okay. I saw the preview to that. I saw the preview. There, like him and a lady was on like a roof in Miami or Florida, something like that.
It's based in Miami.
I remember that.
Fire. But check that out. But they end up getting into, because she also she creates a cryptocurrency, but she also creates a dark web, and they get into like the government kind of end up wanting to police the web. You know what I'm saying? Because people could sell whatever on there. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? So
so it's like the black market, basically.
Yeah, they created a dark web. Yeah, so black market.
So back page.
Essentially, you know what I'm saying? But like back page for whatever you need. Like whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? And it was
Right.
using the cryptocurrency to make the purchases and all that. So yeah, so the government was trying to, you can watch the show, but yeah, the government tried to get into that, and that just makes me think of like the privacy. It's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, like, how much privacy do we really have from these big companies who got all our info?
Yeah.
Like Google and Apple.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, man. Makes you wonder.
Yeah. Speaking of that, that makes me think of a would you rather question. So, I got a couple of these.
Hey, we should have a sound.
I was gonna talk.
Would you rather?
I was gonna talk to you about that. How about you just do that every time?
Would you rather?
All righty. Question number 1. So, would you rather living with no AC or heater, for the rest of your life,
Bro,
or no internet?
Okay. First off, if you saw, I didn't say anything. I said it quiet, but as I was sitting here, like, and hearing you, I was like, bro, it's hot as fuck. Like right now, as I'm where I'm at, right? And then when you said it, I was like, bro, what? So no AC, no air conditioning.
Or heating.
Or heating, yeah. So no cool, no heat. Just whatever it is and wherever you at. Or no internet for the rest of your life. I'm gonna be frank with you, bro. Damn.
Yeah.
So okay, let me ask this question. If I don't have the internet, like, is the internet still a necessity to my life, or are we saying like I will be able to get around all needs for information and work and everything else, school, without it?
I mean, however else you get information, that's how you would have to get your information.
That's how I have to handle it.
Yeah.
If I'm in school and don't got, well, I ain't in school obviously.
Yeah, but
if
you would
I
have
was
to
in
use
school,
straight books,
You got just nothing but books. Man, fuck that. I'll be hot. No, I got to keep the internet, bro. Like, I have to. It's not a, even though it's a pleasure to have the internet, like it's to that point now. It's a necessity, man. I'm in the hot box right now recording, so I'll deal.
Yeah, facts. I gotta agree with that one, man. I was finna say, shoot, I'd get me a little fan or something. It said air conditioner. It ain't say, I couldn't have no fan.
Any type of cooling device.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get me something.
Shoot,
but
it's
the internet.
Bro, it's people in the Caribbean. It's people in third world countries right now.
I've had no AC before, so I mean, it ain't
right. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
it's not the worst thing in the world.
But it ain't the worst. You
wake up in a pool of sweat.
But I've also had no internet, and that shit's trash.
Yeah, as of today, like forget the whole entertainment value or nothing like that. It's like literally
my job. Like
there are needs.
Or
there needs navigation. Bruh, do you go places?
Facts.
Like, okay, so even today, right? Even today, like when I'm going places, I've been living here like for almost 6 years now. In some places, bro, like you gonna tell me like, oh, it's over here on this road, whatever. There's some places I know how to get to without looking up shit. But bro, I don't even care if I know sometimes. Let me just put it in here right quick to see if there's gonna be any detours or any situations on my ride. Yeah.
Facts. No, that's facts, bro.
I need that.
Like living, so like I drive for work, bro. So every day, you know what I'm saying, I'm hitting the road. So I get to know the roads pretty well, but I still use it, bro, just for the fact that the traffic. Living in Atlanta, bro, you gotta see what it's looking like. Cause
right,
it's crazy out here. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's a necessity, bro. It's a necessity. But all right, number 2. Number 2. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years or be in a coma for 10?
I see you in 10, my boy. I don't even gotta think about that, bro. I'm not rocking with the penitentiary.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. A coma, jail for 5 or a coma for 20.
Oh,
that's the one.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the toughie. So we talk when we say jail, cause we say jail and prison. You talking prison? You talking about that hard? You talking about that hard time? Not that you waiting on your court date time.
I'm talking about you. Yeah, you sentenced 5 years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's prison.
Yeah, that's prison.
Woo! Woo! 5 years. Oh man. 20. What? I'll be what? 50? 50 something. I would have lost 20 years. I wouldn't even know my son's life. I'll do the 5. I would do the 5.
Yeah.
I'd do the 5 and probably be scarred mentally for the rest of my fucking life.
Probably physically too.
Sure hope not, cause I don't got time for that.
I mean, you know.
Sure hope not. You know.
Might. I ain't never been to jail, but I feel like you bound to get in at least one fight in that mug.
Shit, you over here talking about fighting. I'm talking about the Voodoo Warrior creeping in, bro.
I mean, yeah, but you know, that's why you fighting.
Right. But you know, we small too, bro. Like in the grand scheme, we're smaller individuals. Like not the smallest,
vertically
but
challenged.
like at the same time, yeah, you feel me? So like you already know, and the way that whenever I hear like, whenever I hear like I see someone talking about like prison, bro, who they've been to prison and they come back and they telling stuff, like the TV shows and the movies, it's not an exaggeration on the type of like shit that's going on. You feel me?
It come from somewhere.
So it's
bro.
just like, yeah, that's art depicting life, not the other way around.
Yeah. With that being said, give me the 20. I'm sorry. I love you, but I see you. I see you later.
Hey, you ever saw the movie, bro?
I see you later.
Oh my God, I don't even know the name of the movie, bro. It would the movie would have came on like BT be playing these movies, bro. It would have been a movie with it was like, okay, so the basis of the movie was some young kids in high school. It was like 4 of them. One of the kids was like about to be a superstar swimmer going off to college. Grew up in a rough area. They got caught up. And like their car was mistaken for the exact same car. They were locked up, right? All 4 of them were sentenced to whatever the crime was. They went down. And the 4 of them, right? One was a swimmer. One was a real soft, artsy kind of guy. One was a more hardcore, that boy was about that life. And I forgot the other dude was just like a chill dude, whatever. And eventually, they all kind of, when you get in there, bro, it's not like y'all about to be bunking together. They gonna split you up. But the artsy softy guy, bro, the scene that they gave for this dude, bro, was so tragic. They had this man, like he came in, and they all was like, all right, we gotta, be aware, whatever. He went in, they scouted him already, bro. They scouted him, put him in the cell with this one white guy, man. White guy has nice drawings. Like I said, he an artsy dude. And he was like, oh, these are nice pictures. And he was like, oh, yeah, you like the pictures? Blah, blah, blah. It's daytime, bro. Daytime. And, like, cells are open. Everybody kind of just mingling, whatever. The man comes down, sits down on the bed, sits down on the bottom bunk and, like, looking at the arts, like, oh, this is nice, man. Like, yeah, I do a little something, too. And then, like, they cut to 2 other dudes coming up to the door and kind of hanging off at the door looking like... And then they showed them jumping them, bro, and it gets slightly graphic. And I saw that when I was like, I want to say I might have just became a teenager. And I tell you today, still scarred.
Hey,
Still scarred, bro.
I'm little, bro.
That and Oz, bro.
I'm little, bro.
Oz, I saw a scene from Oz, bro, and that just scarred.
I see.
Nah,
Yeah,
sir.
nah, I seen. It's just too many scenes, bro. Nah, I'm good. I see in 20. I see in 20. Cause that's dead, bro. I ain't even my booty clench up when I drive past a jail, so I ain't even messing with that.
Bruh, the idea that you know how sad it is that you and like all these dudes, right? They go into this environment and they just like, well, here's what we doing.
Yeah, I can't relate, bro. That's all I can't relate. Like,
You that horny?
yeah, bro.
Come on, bro. Hold on, bro. You that horny?
Horny patrol.
Like really? Like, come on, B. Oh my god.
That's tough.
Your
bro.
whole foundation has been changed because you that horny? Nah, B. I don't want to be in no environment that makes you feel like that, bro. I'm sorry.
Do you think it's
I might have to
always
change
been
my
there?
answer, bro. I might have to do that 20. Huh?
Do you think it's always been that way and deep down, or they just end up being like, fuck it, it's pushed to that point?
I think that's what it is, bro.
They might
I
do it
think
for
that's what
survival
is.
too, to show dominance and like dang.
I think you seen that ATL episode where I'm sure you've seen the ATL episode with Donald Glover,
Childish,
Childish Gambino. They're like in jail, but like they're in a waiting area or whatever, and they got all the men with the men, all the women with the women, right? And like he with the men, but there's like a transgender individual there, right? And there's another dude. So you got Childish sitting in the middle, and you got those
talking
two
about
sitting on
he
his
was at
outside.
the doctor.
No, it wasn't a doctor, bro. It was jail.
Oh, they
and the one
was
dude kept saying like,
yeah. Okay, that was jail. They was
yeah.
okay. I know.
And he kept saying like, "Oh man, this is my old." He's like,
"It's my old
yeah,
girl.
man, this is my old chick, man. Yeah, back in the day, da da da." And everybody in the group is just listening, right? And they just listening, and Childish not saying nothing. He's just like, "Okay, this is weird." And he like, dude, start going into stories like, "You remember when we used to do that thing back in the day? You used to do that little thing, blah 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 blah." And then somebody spits like, "Hey, bro, you gay?" He's like, "What you mean I'm gay?" Like, man, that's a man. He's like, "Man, she ain't no man. What you talking about? She ain't no man." Like, bro, it's only men over here. And dude came to the realization. And then the dude's comeback, right? This is the whole point of what I'm getting to. The dude's comeback was to say, nah, y'all gay. Da da da. He's like, no. We just gay because we only gay because we in here. You was gay on the outside. So like whenever I heard that, I'm like, okay.
Facts.
So y'all just adapting to the environment,
Yeah.
like, all right, so we just doing this, so doing it.
That's one thing I can't adapt to. I'm sorry.
Hey. No sir.
I'm sorry.
Hey man, when I was younger, I was much more extreme, bro. I was like, man, if I I'm out of here. I'm nope, like extreme.
Wow.
Extreme, bro.
Yeah. Give me the
Extreme.
20. Give me the 20. Give me the 20. Last one, man. Last one, a little easy one. Take us out.
We still got to an hour, and we only had a couple topics.
Yeah, man. That 19. But number 3. So, would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 2 hours early?
10 minutes late. Every time.
Even to
To
work?
everything. Yep.
So you have a bunch of jobs.
So the jobs I work, I don't clock in. So it's like I can come 10 minutes early, 10 minutes late. I can come 30 minutes late. So it's all good. So my particular situation, that it works. So this one don't work with me too well. Now, if you said 2 minutes late or 2 hours late versus 2 hours early, that becomes much more of a rough situation.
Well, which one would you take?
I'll probably have to say 2 hours earlier, because like you say, yeah, I'll be out of a job coming 2 hours late every day.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours, but past the comfort time of when people can be coming in.
You coming in, it's going to lunch.
Yeah. You coming in, you do 30 minutes, and then you about to go to lunch. Like, what? Nah. Wouldn't work. What would you do?
For the 10 minutes, yeah, I definitely would have been 10 minutes late. They're gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with an excuse, boy. I'm hypotonic or something, cause 2 hours early, bro. You know how bored you be, bro.
Allergic to be on time.
Facts. I got that late-itis. But anyways, yeah, like I
ain't never heard that one. That's good.
I like, bro. You know how bored you will be 2 hours early to everything, bro.
I saw a video recently of them saying, like, when you show up early to black events, and they got you setting up.
That's facts. That's facts, bro.
Oh, man.
That's facts, bro.
So that's why we technically always come late, because we ain't trying to be setting up.
Think about it though, bro. It's crazy how black people have all the same experience, man.
Right.
It's crazy. Oh, but one more thing that I wanted to say, going back to the jail, bro. You know, it's people willingly going to jail for 60 days. You ever seen the show 60 Days In? Dumbest motherfucker.
No, I haven't seen that. So okay, let me ask you this.
Dumbest motherfucker.
Like, remember I asked you, jail and prison are different.
I'm not going to
When you get
jail,
prison.
bro.
The jail part, the jail is doable. Because the jail part, that's not where they wildin'. That's not where you in like Gen Pop and all that.
Bro, I ain't talking about that, bro. That like the food.
So are they going to prison?
They're going to
in this video. They may call it jail, but does it look like a prison?
So they have a common area, then they have cells with bunk beds.
Let me see right quick what that look like. What's it called? What's the name of the show?
60 Days In. Should be called Dumb Motherfuckers, but
60 Days In.
like I don't even.
Oh yeah, they look like they in prison.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
That's
dummies, bro. And
60 days dumb.
I don't even think they getting like. It wasn't for no money or stuff. Like I was looking at interviews, and because they like when people go on there, nobody know like you just going in there to visit, basically. Like you know what I'm saying. Like nobody know you doing the experiment.
So it's not even like a stage. Like we just putting you putting you in real life.
Putting you in the fire, my idiots.
So your booty really could be
idiots. It is now
all for the sake of attention.
Idiots, bro. And it's like nobody, like when I say nobody knows, only like the head guard knows or something like that. And so it's like I think it's like 5 people, but they don't even know who the other 4 people are.
Other 5 are?
Yeah.
So you out here risking your booty for free?
Bro, it's
First
crazy.
off, even if you got paid to do that, it don't even matter.
Yeah, that's dead. You couldn't pay me enough. And on top of that, bro, the reasons that they was giving was stupid, bro. Like one dude said his brother was in there or something. No, it was one dude. He was a cop. He was a cop before, and he said, I locked up, over like 1,000 people. I just want to see what it's like on the other side.
Man, if you don't do community service and get the hell up out of here, hell nah. No, sir. And then what happens if they put you somewhere where someone recognizes you? Mr. used to be cop. Like, what happens if you go in there and, like, just so happens someone you arrested recognizes you?
That's a risk he was willing to take.
Boy,
I'm pretty sure that.
Stupid, boy.
Them some idiots.
that show to me is in the same vein, and I swear, bro, like like my lady will watch the show from time to time, like whenever it's on, but every time I see it, I just get angry. That show, Naked and Afraid. I hate that show.
What is that?
Because
what is that about?
Naked and Afraid is basically Survivor for free, right? See, but like it's the real deal. Like they basically, so two people. Sometimes you may end up with three in special situations, but they put you out there in some wild wilderness, and before you get there, they'll give you. You get to pick like one survival type of item that you bring, right? Some people may bring rope, some may bring like something like a lighter or something like that. But like you literally go out there naked, and you got to survive for. It might be 60 days to be honest with you, like 60 days. So it'd be like it could be two of you, right? So you have situations, and they don't get paid. They're not getting paid for none of this.
Fuck that.
It's like
Diddy boys.
The people they get is similar crap, right? It's like, oh, I just wanted to prove that I could do this. Like sometimes those people who like real campy and earth, like they want to live on the earth. Like you get some folks like that. But like they are in like real danger, bro. Like it's not like you got a camera crew that's not too far, but like you have wild animals that may come sniffing, bro, and come into the habitat that you've made of leaves or whatever, right? And like there are times where like some people have gotten they've stepped on something and got like a badass infection or something, like, so like you can quit whenever you want to quit, right? You can quit when you want to quit, but people don't want to quit, like they don't want to give up, right? But they do all this for free, and even to end it, it's not like you just stay there for 60 days or however many days it is, and then boom, somebody come get you. You have to travel to like the rendezvous point, and like I've seen that sometimes that point to travel to, you got to go through a swamp that has like alligators and shit in it.
I don't know what people on, bro.
They could be putting on with the show, bro. They could be putting on, but I'm gonna take it for face value, and I'm gonna tell you, stupid, very stupid.
Hey man, but if it's their time, it's their time.
So that one, if it's your time, it's your time. That one is definitely like, oh, if I was meant to die, you was meant to die, my boy. You even still it's yeah. Anyway, yeah, you meant to die. You meant to die. You've been called home. The lights have opened. The lights have turned on. The clouds are spreading. The hand has reached out for you. Come, my child, you have made improper decisions. The gates are opening. I always picture the movies make it seem like you get to the gate and then they find out like, oh, so what was your life? How'd you get here?
Facts.
And your dumb ass got to go up there and be like, yeah, I died in the wilderness. In the 21st century? You died in the wilderness in the 21st century? Where'd you live? Did you live in a third world country? Nah. I'm from the United States. United States?
What if it's I'm from Brooklyn?
Did something catastrophic happen? Nah. So there's like a game show where I go out and test that I can survive 60 days naked, and I have to like survive on the world, like the earth. I'm like, so then you voluntarily killed yourself? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Idiot.
Well, that has been another episode of the Hey Bruh, You Seen This podcast. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to the podcast on all the social medias. We are everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, TikTok, everywhere. Fuck with us, man.
Yes,
we appreciate y'all. And never forget, watch to come up. What you got to say to him, Troy?
Complacency is the killer of all dreams, folks.
Yes, sir. Y'all be easy, man. Link in bio.